Cryolophosaurus was a dinosaur from Antarctica. Although it came from Antarctica, it did not have many feathers on its body. It was a very primitive theropod dinosaur. Most of its body was probably covered by scales, and it didn't need to keep warm. You may be wondering why a dinosaur in Antarctica did not need to keep warm like the fully feathered Yutyrannus in northern China. This is because Antarctica has never had any snow since the dinosaurs appeared until they became extinct. There have been a large number of dinosaurs in Antarctica since the Triassic. In the early Jurassic, Cryolophosaurus showed up. It was a predator then and a theropod dinosaur active in Antarctica. Cryolophosaurus was a very primitive-looking dinosaur from the early stages of dinosaur evolution. Although no complete fossils of its head have been found, its entire anatomical structure, with its preserved part, is reminiscent of primitive ceratosaurs, such as the Spinosaurus from China or the Dilophosaurus from the United States. Resembling ceratosaurs, it also had some decorations on its head. There were 2 rows of low crests on either side of its eyes, just like Allosaurus. These 2 ridges merged into the shape of a shell in their back half and pointed forward. So, many European and American scientists nicknamed it Elvisaurus, named after Elvis, a famous American rock singer with a wildly exaggerated hairdo. Although its fossils are incomplete, we can still infer that its head was very primitive. Unlike Tyrannosaurus rex, which possessed a very complex facial structure, its head was shaped like a simple long box. It was a primitive dinosaur. Primitive dinosaurs such as Dilophosaurus or Coelophysis had a simple notch in front of the mouth. Although there is no related evidence, we speculate it might be also like this. The top of its head looked thicker, and its lower jaw was relatively thin, a feature of early carnivorous dinosaurs. The lower jaws of early carnivorous dinosaurs were mighty, but they were not nearly as strong as later tyrannosaurs, nor could they reach the level of Allosaurus. Its forelimbs were still relatively developed, with 3 somewhat long and flexible fingers. Its torso was relatively slender, and its legs were muscular and flexible. Its entire body was relatively light, so its muscular thighs indicated that it was skilled at walking and could move fast. Although its calf muscles were somewhat full, they were rather slender overall. Its hind limbs were very long, with 4 toes on its feet, 3 of which were used to bear weight when running. When running, the claws on the toes can act like spikes, allowing it to run fast. Due to the long running time, the claws of many carnivorous dinosaurs may be like today's ostriches or some canids, with the lower sides being smoothed. Compared with many later dinosaurs, its tail was more flexible, and the muscles on its back could lift the tail high.